win for the Knicks. Knicks fans obviously excited, and you're gonna have a Nets fan break it on down for you for the next 45 minutes. Alex, how
Yeah.
you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How can I be upset? How can I be upset is really the question. That's really what it comes down to. I
You
mean,
listening to me on repeat?
I'm trying to like get this. So to be honest, we're still new to Riverside, the new site that we're using, and I pinned the live video to my profile, but now it says
Okay.
it's not available. But when I look at my profile picture, it says join the live feed, and it's there. So it doesn't make any sense. So I
I
hope
thought you
people are
were
seeing
like you
this.
just wanted to hear me a second time. I
No, I
was like,
do,
I
of
think that's
course.
my
I
voice
do
on
want to hear
repeat.
you. I want to hear you all the time, Mike, of course. But anyway, yeah, it says content not available. I don't know if it's live or what's going on here, but whatever. Knicks kick ass. I'm pretty happy about that. Uh, I can't believe the Sixers took out all their starters like mid third. It's like they really threw in the towel like really early, and it wasn't like they
Yeah, that
played
game was over,
yesterday.
dude. That
I know
game
it
was
was
over.
over, but
That
like
game was over.
I don't know.
They're down 30, whatever. I
Right,
don't
but
blame
you want
them.
to set the tone for a series. You want to try to give them a little something. Like I don't
I
know.
don't
It
think it
just felt like a
matters.
loser mentality. It was like a
They were
loser
down
thing to
three
do.
one to the Celtics after losing by 30 points in Game 4 on Embiid's return and came back and won. Now I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's
well,
going to happen. I don't
yeah,
think any rational person would look at that right now and think that. I don't know if
yeah.
um I don't know if that sets the tone and come back. I don't think it matters. I don't. If you were down 18, 24, they were getting their ass
They were, they were,
handed to them.
they
That
were.
game was done. That game was done at the end of the first half.
And I think what really helped the Knicks, which is weird, was Towns getting into foul trouble because he got out of the game early and then he came in early in the second and started kicking the crap out of Andre Drummond, who was a shell of himself from back in the day. So like that really helped the Knicks. Like they were already winning by like 8 to 10 or whatever it was, 8 points at the end of
Yeah,
the first. Like they were still winning even after the Hackimich slowed down
seven.
the game and
Yeah,
whatever, 7, whatever it was, and it was close to that. Thanks.
yeah,
And
it was within reach. Yeah,
yeah, within
obviously,
reach. But then
32-25.
Towns just started dominating Drummond, and Brunson was going off the whole game, and it was just the Knicks are just a better team, like top to bottom. And everybody just tried to hype up the Sixers so much, and they're the 7 seed, man. Like I know the Knicks are the 4 seed, but they're not a real 4 seed. Like, you know what
The
I'm
three
saying?
seed.
Like the 3 seed. I'm sorry, the 3 seed. They're not a real 3 seed, and like they should like they didn't take the regular season totally seriously, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I just feel it was just like that people don't want to give the Knicks credit kind of a thing. Why people even pick the Sixers in this game or in this series? It's mind boggling to me. I think
Well,
the Knicks are going to win in 5, and I said that
right.
before the series, and I'm saying keep into that.
Yeah, I mean, I think watching this game, it's clear that the Knicks are the better team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Sixers did just beat the Celtics down 3-1. They come back with Embiid and beat Boston. Now Game 7 doesn't have Tatum, so
Yeah.
I think if you're somebody like me that's rooting for the Knicks' demise, it's very troubling what you're
Right.
saying.
No,
I mean, it's
you
very
should be
troubling.
concerned.
Yeah, and to your Towns point, it was
Hmm.
a 7-point game. Second quarter, hovered around between 8 and 13 for a while, and then it just
Yeah.
got out of control towards the end. But no, Towns was really good. Attacked the basket. You could see his lateral quickness. He got by Embiid. OG Ananobi is playing like an all-star level. This is the best I think he's
Worth the
looked.
max contract. He's playing worth it. Yeah.
Banking in threes. It was a two and then became a three. Mikal Bridges looks very active and confident.
And
Missed a
aggressive.
3-point shot. Josh
Yeah.
Hart gets the offensive rebound, kicks it back to him, hit the three. So, all the things that you look for if you're a Knick fan. It was Brunson dominated, but wasn't a ball hog. It was a perfect win for them, right?
Yeah.
Everything that you would want. You get game one, you keep it moving, and I just hope that the Sixers give a better effort, and it's a hangover from the, a pretty good comeback series win against a very good Celtics team. That's what I have to hope for. I got a text from my dad, and I think he kind of nailed it here.
What did he say?
He said things change fast, and sometimes they don't. So we'll see which one happens. And I mean, he's right.
I love it. That's great. That was
And
great. That
that's
was a
all there
great
is to
quote
say.
by Mr.
It's true.
Paseglia.
It's true
Yeah.
because it's one game in a series, and I'll say all
Yeah.
the things to help me cope, and I'll admit it. I just have to hope that ends up being right. But clearly, what we saw from the Knicks tonight was a very total team effort. defensively, particularly offensively, defensively in the second quarter, the second half, whatever. But they did everything in that second quarter. They made it difficult for Maxi, who I really had a hard time scoring. Was out of it, and Paul George hit some threes early, but overall, like, just a mess for Philly. And we'll see what type of adjustments they make. And the Knicks look perfect, right? They're since, like I said, they changed, right? They're down 2-1 to the Hawks. They can't do anything, and now the last four basketball games, this is the best Knicks basketball you've seen all season.
Yeah, I want to thank CJ McCollum from the bottom of my heart. I really want to thank him for helping turn the Knicks playoff switch on and getting them focused because they haven't looked back since. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? TJ McCollum gave him a little scare and kicked him in the ass a little bit, and the Knicks said okay, and and and,
TJ
and
McCollum,
yeah, TJ. Did I say TJ?
TJ,
I said CJ. Didn't I say
you
CJ?
said TJ.
At first, or did I say the
Second
second?
time I thought
Oh,
you said
second time.
TJ.
Okay.
It's fine. It's
I
all
wanted to clip that. That's what I'm like. Oh man, I hope that I said CJ the first time. No, but because I really think CJ, not TJ, help the Knicks just like wake up and be like, oh shit, this is not gonna be easy. You know what I mean? And they realized they had to make some adjustments, and they did. And the Knicks have looked incredible since. I don't even know what their lowest win total of the last four games is.
It's
You
game
know,
four in Atlanta.
so like, what are the last
Whatever
four
that was,
games?
20. I mean, that was like a regular blowout.
Yeah,
Not like these last two
regular
games.
blowout. Yeah, no, like not like the last game. This one, this
Yeah,
a regular
I
blowout, right?
just, I
That's so
just hope
funny.
that I hope the Knicks. I'm searching, man. I'm searching. It
I
definitely
know,
feels
man.
a little bit different in the past because I do think the Eastern Conference is down. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Pistons who had one of the craziest comebacks in Game Six
Yeah, that
versus
was yeah.
Orlando.
No, I
I
thought they were cooked.
I
Like
I
everybody
thought
else. I thought they were
and
cooked.
sometimes young teams need to get a scare. I'll look back and I just know it personally for me, but when the 2002 Nets went to the game five versus the Pacers, they needed a scare. They lost game one. Game five went to double overtime.
Yeah.
But from that game, it was like they gained all the experience they needed, where they then went and wiped the Hornets in five, beat the Celtics in six, lost the Lakers in the finals. But that was a talent thing. So
Yeah,
I
of
hope from the
course.
Pistons standpoint, for them, they got their shit together where they're now going to play a Cavs team and have a little more confidence. I think they were a little rattled. And then they got the confidence back in game seven, blowout Orlando. So it's weird. It definitely feels different. I think anytime you just beat teams consistently by 30 and 40 in the playoffs, like, sends a scare. It just does.
Yeah. They're that much better. I mean, they won game four, 114-98. Game five versus the Hawks, 126-97. Game six, 140-89. And then tonight, what? I don't even know what the final score was, but it was a lot to a little.
Yep.
So, it hasn't been nerve wracking at all. It's getting a little
No,
boring, Mike. It's getting a little boring winning all these playoff games by so much, so
I
many
bet.
points. I need to have some excitement. You know what I mean?
Well, you'll get yours. Be careful what you wish for, because it will
I'm
come. You're not
kidding.
going to win every game by
I'm
40
kidding. I'm
points.
kidding.
Um,
Yeah. But I'm really impressed with how Mike Brown has adjusted and helped and learned from his past. And I was on Knicks for Clicks with Rami and Bryce, and I brought up Tibbs, and I thought I was just like being like this like clickbait guy on the thing. But like literally, I think that Tibbs would not have adjusted in the Hawk
right.
series. He would have just kept his 7 to 8 man rotation and
Well,
just
he
kept
did. He
shoving down the
didn't.
same. He would never,
He
and that's why he
didn't.
got fired. And that's why he lost though every series that he was a favorite in. You know what I mean? And to get eliminated.
Yeah.
I know the Pacers series the first time was all injuries. It wasn't his fault. But other than that, lost to the Hawks. Like you know what I'm saying?
He,
Like it's just there's a lot, man, and there's a lot there, and it's true. And that's why Mike Brown was brought in here, a guy who's going to be a little bit of a yes man, a guy that knows his role and says, I'm here to manage and I'm not here to be demanding. And I'm here to win a championship. And this is my last shot in my career to do it. And it could be a legendary one in NBA history. I mean, that's not hyperbole. So did they turn it on because of CJ McCollum getting a little scare, like you said, with the Pistons getting a little scare? I know they're a young team, but the Knicks, I think they came into the playoffs. They won game one pretty easily, and then game two they were cruising, and I think they took their foot off the gas. And then the Hawks got their confidence in game three, and they still almost stole game two and three. We don't have to go backward, but like The point is, like, I think that they realize that we got to take this seriously. We got to wake up, and even if we're better than these teams, we got to wake up. And the Sixers are the seventh seed for a reason. I mean, people are acting like, just because of the names of the Embiids and the Maxi and the Edgecombe and the Paul George and the Oubre and I get it. Like, these guys are good players and they're big names, but they were the seventh seed. They were the seventh seed, Mike. Like, I'm not saying they were not the fifth or the sixth, and like they just had a couple off weeks, like the Knicks after the NBA Cup. Like, this is like they were the seventh seed. You know, Paul George
Yeah,
is
but
not Paul George anymore. Like, he's
no, he's
still
not Paul George.
okay,
He's their fourth or fifth best player. But I
right?
would also, you could they were the seventh seed, but they were one game back of the five. Like all these teams were interchangeable. So
True, but
are the Raptors, Hawks, 76ers, like they're all one game within each other. They're all the same team.
right. But if the Sixers are so good, they wouldn't be within one game of
Right.
the Hawks, who
Right.
stink. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, they didn't
Well,
belong on the same floor as the Knicks. You know?
teams can get hot at the right time,
Right.
and
Right.
can get better. And Embiid's a wild card there, and he was not in the lineup a lot. So yeah, they won 45 games. How many games did Embiid miss?
A lot.
Like if Jalen Brunson misses 40 games, and the Knicks,
Let's see.
would you be like? I think your argument would probably be the exact opposite. Let me put it this way: if the Knicks won 45 games this year and Jalen Brunson missed as many games as Embiid did, and he was back right now, you'd be saying they have their captain back. Now they're at full strength. They're not a real seven seed.
They won.
That's what
He played.
every
He played
goddamn
38
Knicks fan.
games. 38 games this year. Embiid. Sorry.
So if Jalen Brunson played 38 games and the Knicks still won 45 games and they were healthy right now, what would be your argument?
My argument is, they're better than what their record is, like you're saying. I get it. But the Knicks have also had sustained success the last few years, and the Sixers have never gotten out of the second
I'm
round,
just asking you
and
if
sometimes not
if
out of the first round. So, like, I
but
mean, that's the difference.
if the Knicks won 45 games and Jalen Brunson played 38 of them,
Uh-huh.
every Knick fan would be saying, "We won 45 games without the captain. We now have him back. We can turn it on and go make a run."
But here's the
That is,
difference: the Knicks would
but that's
win
what
way more than
every.
45 games, even with that. Like, they would win more than 45 games without Jalen Brunson. I mean, I don't think that they would be
You're
that bad.
saying he's in. So that's an.
I'm
They won
saying that
50,
this
they
team
won
is
50,
deep.
they
I'm
won
saying
53.
this team is.
That's
But the whole
probably
thing
about
is,
right.
this is all
Well,
nuance, and I know I'm
yeah,
saying
of
because, like,
course.
the regular season is not taken seriously by the Knicks. It was not at all. Like, you know what I'm saying, and they still won 50 something games. So if they really tried their ass off, and you're seeing it now in the playoffs on the biggest stage, where it's the the best competition, the hardest games, everybody plays their hardest, and they're kicking ass. This team is a 60 win team. You know what I mean? 60, 65 win team. They're that good. They really are. And these games aren't even close. Like, this is not a preseason game. This is like looking like the Globetrotters versus the Generals in these games in the playoffs, multiple times in a row, 4 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? And the Sixers came into the series, and you got people, the talking heads on TV, who are saying, "Oh, the Knicks might lose," and I know it's all Knicks for clicks bullshit. It's all just to get a rise out of the Knick fan and generate content, and like, it's just nonsense. And the Knicks needed to kick their ass just to shut that down. And it won't stop them. They'll make the excuse. Oh, it was game 7 was on Saturday and this is Monday. I'm like, that was Saturday. This is Monday. They had a day off. Like, these are NBA players. They had play NBA seasons, and it's not like it was a back to back. I would understand. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. They had plenty of time to go from Boston to New York. They could have went home to Philly first, had a nice sleep, took a shower, then went to New York. Like, you know what I mean? They don't even have to. They could have flown, like, taken a train here in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they had to travel. It's not like they were in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they had to take a plane ride somewhere. It's just nonsense. The Knicks are just head and shoulders the better team over the Philadelphia 76ers, and it's not even particularly close. That's just what it is. It's just a fact.
Well, after that game 1, there's nothing really to argue.
Okay. Well, then that's the end of the podcast, man. Thanks for coming.
I mean,
I appreciate it.
yeah. I mean, you're right. They were much better. I
Yeah.
just hope something changes in game 2. I just, I don't want
gotcha.
the hypocrisy of a 45 win 7 seed, but that's the Sixers, and that's what I said from the
Right.
start of that.
Right.
Because you can't trust them to be healthy. They're never healthy. They're finally healthy for the first time.
Yeah.
They just come back down 3-1 and beat Boston. A lot of people picked to go to the finals.
Right.
So there's a reason people were feeling good about Philly. Now tonight they were I mean, wasn't even close. It
No,
wasn't even close.
no, it was close. It was a little not dicey because the Knicks were still in the lead comfortably. Not comfortably. They
Yeah,
were like
yeah,
5 to
Kelly
10.
Oubre hit a three and cut it to 8, like
But
with
like
7
Embiid
minutes in the
was
second
cooking,
quarter.
and Towns gets 2 fouls. Then he's cooking again and gets 2 fouls on Mitch. And Huck Porty comes into the game. It's just like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like, I wasn't like worried. It was just like, oh, this is gonna be a game. You know what I'm saying? But Huck Porty, to his credit, man, he held his own. He didn't. He's completely outmatched talent wise, obviously, and he's like not very fresh. Obviously, he played in these blowouts at the end of the game, thankfully. So it's not like he has been sitting on ice for 2 weeks, but
yeah,
he's still he still made some plays. He did what he had to do. He got in the way, used his body, and he's got talent, man. He's okay. You've seen him in flashes during the
yeah.
seasons, and it's not like you got throwing out Jericho Sims out there or like Tony Bradley on the Hawks. Like you're not throwing some scrub out there. Like
Tony
Huck
Bradley
Porty's
had
okay.
moments.
What? Tony Bradley had his moments.
For the Pacers.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
the Pacers?
He stinks.
No. He held his own. They got.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 9 rebounds. Um,
Well, I mean,
no, Knicks
probably
are
a lot in garbage time. And the best was Tyler Kolek coming in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes left in the game, garbage time. Just like crowds chanted his name, and he comes in. It's hilarious. It's the the white flag, literally and figuratively. And he comes in, and then he hits a three in the corner in front of the Sixers bench and points right in all their faces. And nobody on the Sixers chirps back. They're done. Like, it's over. Like, it really is just not going to be like, you think the Sixers are going to win 4 of the next 6 games? I don't think
are you
so.
asking me or
I'm asking you. Do you think the
I'm
Sixers are
hope
going to win 4 of the next 6 games?
no? But
Yes.
I hope they do.
I know
I
you hope
don't.
they, but if you had to bet, you have to bet.
Yeah.
Do you think the Sixers even take this to 6?
Probably. Have to take it to 6. I mean, no, probably not after what you saw yesterday
Today,
or what you saw tonight or whatever day it is.
or when you're listening to
Probably
this,
not.
it was yesterday. Yes, most people.
Hard,
Yeah.
hard to do that. I just
You
I
know
just
how
have
it
to
is.
hope
Game
that
3, they're going to come out with their hair on fire and they'll be home, even though they're mostly Knicks fans. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But, it's going to be, game 3 is usually the game when the team that's down, 2-0 or it's 1-1 and you're coming home. That's your best performance as the underdog, so.
I have lived the experience of winning a playoff game by 40 and then
Yeah.
losing a series. So I'm relying on that moment to hope that maybe something changes. I don't know. I don't.
But were there?
I mean, it's hard.
Did
It's
you ever
hard
win a
to-
playoff game by 40 after you won the last 3 playoff games by like 50? That's
No,
the difference. You know what I
no,
mean?
they didn't-
That's
I mean, they beat the Celtics by 15 or 20 in those rounds, but it wasn't like that. I mean, they looked very good in Boston when they beat the Celtics in 5, and Kyrie did the foot twist on the leprechaun, and
Yeah.
then they went.
that was probably my favorite moment from Kyrie though. Doing that, I was like, I thought, I didn't love Kyrie for a lot of reasons, and a lot of people who know me know why. But I think that when he stomps on the Celtics, mascot, the stupid leprechaun's face, like that was pretty nice. I gotta say, like, even
Long
though
time
he
ago
made his
now,
own bed in Boston and cried out of town, whatever. Like that was like, as a Nets fan, I could see how that was cool.
Yeah, no, it was. They were cooking then, but different vibe now. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got nothing, man. Like they look great. It's hard to defend the idea that the Sixers could win the series after what you saw today. But I'll just go back to what my dad said. Things change fast.
Does
Sometimes they don't. Hopefully, this is one of those times that things change fast. I will say in a playoff series, like the Sixers did lose to the Celtics by 30 in Game 4.
yeah?
Come back win the series. So
I think that's
hopefully they get. Hopefully, like I said, I'm coping and I'm trying to find things.
at least you admit it. The Sixers fans on Twitter, I'm glad you're not on Twitter to see this, but the Sixers fans on Twitter they're just blaming it on Game 7 being so close. They're blaming it on this, it's all schedule and it's all the refs. It's not like the Knicks are just better. Like it's what it
it's
is.
about getting 4 games. They got 1, and
Yeah.
I think obviously that plays some sort of factor. I don't think
Right.
you lose by 100, but
Right.
it was an emotional. It was an emotional Game 7 win. The Knicks had a little bit more rest, and the Knicks took advantage of it. That's true.
Well, the Knicks
They
basically
still-
rested
it wasn't
Game
even
6
close,
also.
So whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you can't make excuses. I don't think the Sixers players will make excuses. They
No.
just got to dig in and have a much better performance in Game 2 and try to even the series. Like at the end of the day, if you're the Sixers, you say to yourselves, This is best out of 7. We just were down 3-1 to the
We
Celtics.
got to get a
It's
split.
it
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't matter that we lost. We could lose by 40. We could lose by 6. We could lose by 2. We could lose by 27. It's one loss. You move on. You get to game 2. Now, what happens, we'll see. But that's the mentality that you have to have. That, I don't care who's playing each other. When you
Right.
lose by that many points in the first game, that's the second game you go in. You have that mentality because these are world class pros. Embiid, Maxi, these are
George. Yeah, no, I get
yeah. I
it.
mean, these are
Yeah.
good players. So we'll see. We'll see how they respond in game 2. But if you're a Knicks fan, understandably so, you're very excited. I'm sure. Midtown right now is getting torn up. I just would assume that. I don't look.
Yeah.
But it's a good win for the Knicks, and they continue towards trying to make the finals. Big strides, and congrats to their fans.
Before we move on, I want to talk about the Sixers and tickets and the Knicks fans and all that stuff. But another fun expression with VJ Edgecombe was one of those guys that like the X factor in the series for me that I'm a little I was concerned about. Literally the only players. I know what Maxi's giving you. I know what Embiid's giving you. I know what Paul George is giving you. I know what Oubre's giving you. I know whatever. Edgecombe is a rookie, and you don't know what he's going to do in these situations. He could take a step and become like amazing. You know what I mean? Because my favorite expression is he doesn't know what he doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like he's so young, he's so raw. It's his first season. He may f around and drop 50. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like and not know the stage and the stakes. You know what I'm saying? Like how like when there's a no hitter in baseball going back in the day when the managers had pull, they'd be like, let me put this rookie in there. He doesn't understand the magnitude of this moment. Maybe he'll make contact with this one and
Right.
get a little seeing eye single here. You know what I mean? So, like that's what it felt like with Edgecombe, but whatever. It didn't come to play tonight, but we'll see how it goes the rest of the series.
Yeah, one game. And that's where one Nick Claxton non-putback away from him being on the net. But whatever.
Man, so we'll talk about the Nets and the lottery in a little bit.
There's
and how
nothing left.
I
to
just
say
want
on the
we'll
Nets and the
get a
Lottery.
little bit in there, and then
What do
the
you,
Mother's
Alex,
Day.
It's the same thing as last time. I love the Nets, and I respect you for saying that.
You're excited. You're excited
I'm
about
excited,
are you
but it's
excited?
the
Okay,
same-
we'll talk about it now. We'll talk about the tickets
No,
later.
no, it's
Are you
the same-
excited about the lottery, or are you nervous? Like what are your thoughts? Like what are just excited and nervous?
See, I can't do this with you.
Why?
When
I'm
you're
trying to
interviewing me about the
being
Nets
I'm
and the
I'm
lottery.
literally being nice.
No,
I'm
I am,
trying.
but it feels I can't do it. I'm just being completely honest because
Okay.
it's like I can't sit here after the Knicks beat the Sixers by whatever it was, 30,
1,000.
35 points,
Yeah.
whatever. And then have you interview me. What does it feel like for the lottery? I'm not going to allow myself.
Can I ask you a
to
different
do that.
question then?
No,
Can I ask you a different question?
I love you.
No, not about the lottery.
but-
Can I ask you a different
but
question?
I cannot.
Seriously, can I ask you a
that.
different question? A different question.
I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
We're not. I cannot. I'm not that guy.
Okay.
What's
So
your
another
next
question. My buddy Mark, he texted me. He's like, I wonder, does Mike feel bad about seeing Jared Allen advancing in the playoffs and talking shit and playing well? Does he feel
No,
bad?
I'm
Does it hurt
excited
him?
for him. No,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I
doesn't-
said. I
like
said I
Jared
think he
Allen.
likes Jared Allen. I think he's more like this is my guess. I think you're more annoyed seeing Durant on other teams than Jared Allen.
I like Durant too. That doesn't
But
bother
like,
me.
if something you don't, so it doesn't kill you inside to see Durant. I know he
That
hasn't been
kills
playing
me
and
inside.
stuff.
That hurts me. His
Yeah.
success on another team would annoy me more than Allen's. Allen's,
Got
yeah. I mean, Allen was just a casualty in the Harden trade,
Right,
But he
right,
was
right.
he was drafted by the Nets. He was groomed by the
Developed,
Nets.
yeah.
Developed, and then him and Levert and all these draft picks got shipped out. That eventually led to James Harden getting here. But no, I don't mind seeing. I want to see Jared Allen succeed. I'd love to. I mean,
That's what I thought.
I'd love to see Jared Allen in the finals. Mark, you know why? You know why, Mark?
Why?
Mark, you figure it out.
Mark is my Milwaukee source, by the way. He's from Queens, born and raised. One of my best friends. I've known him since like 2000. So like, at my wedding, one of my groomsmen, and he moved to Milwaukee a couple years ago. So he's like my Milwaukee source because he's a diehard sports fan too. Obviously, to be
Yeah.
best friends with me, you have to be. And well, most of the time. And he's been my Giannis inside source in Milwaukee because he actually listens to some sports talk in Milwaukee because he's there and he has friends there. And his son is
Okay.
growing up and he's a diehard Brewers fan. so into it. You know what I mean? So like he's in the thick of the Milwaukee world. So
Gotcha.
he's my Giannis source. If anybody needs to know.
Yeah, I'll be curious though from what happens with Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs for the Nets. Um,
Interesting. No, I mean
because
that is
okay,
interesting.
just because there was reports that he might want out, so I think what happens in Cleveland there, and if they don't get out of the second round,
Yeah.
things can move quick with the trades and the post playoff stuff. So
No, it's true.
just something to keep an eye on.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, we can't. To Yeah, of course,
What are your
I'll
thoughts
bring
on
that
the lottery
myself.
on Sunday? What
Yeah,
are,
I'm
let
excited.
me let me
Of
rephrase. What are your
course I'm
thoughts
excited.
on the lottery being at 3 o'clock on Mother's Day? Does that
Well,
annoy
I'm
you?
I'm so does that annoy me? Um, no.
I mean, it's because Jess gets it. Your wife gets it, and knows it's
There's
just a
a-
half hour. It's not a big deal. But
yeah,
like
and like
a playoff game at 3:30 for the Knicks
I
is
mean
tough.
that's more troubling. I mean,
Yeah.
I just have 10 minutes really.
Right. Like,
So
you can
but a
miss the pregame of the lottery, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I am curious. I want to see the end of 2025
so the lottery's on at 3 o'clock on
NBA
Sunday, and the Knicks
lottery
are on at
dates.
3:30 on Sunday for Game 4 when the Knicks are about to sweep
Okay.
the Sixers.
So last year the NBA lottery was on May 12th. That was a Tuesday. I know the Knicks won. I think it was game 4. So it must be a game 4 thing. I'm positive it was game 4. I'm positive that was game 4.
At least
You
they're
know my
going.
memory. You know my memory. I
Yeah.
know it
Yeah, you're
because
crazy with that. I don't fucking remember that. That's
because
crazy.
the Knicks won 2 games in Boston to go up 2-0.
Yes. Mikael
Then
Bridges. You
game
heard of him, right?
3 was
Yeah.
back at the Garden. That was on my birthday, and the Celtics won.
Oh, because it's your birthday,
Yeah.
it's easier to remember because it's your birthday. I think
I
it's a
just
little.
use it as a date. So that
Yeah,
means
it's
that game
yeah.
3 was on the 10th. It must just be it's a game 4 of the second round.
I
Now,
do
why they
like.
picked 3 o'clock, I don't know. Maybe
Yes.
because it's Sunday.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to forget this thought. I do like that the NBA is back. I don't know if have done this recently, but I don't recall back to doing the lottery on a Sunday before or during a playoff game. Because remember when we were kids, it would always be halftime of a playoff game, and you do the lottery, and it would just be the lottery. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a show. It would just be like halftime. Remember, it'd be like halftime of a Knicks playoff game on a Sunday, and be like, "Here's the lottery," and be like, "Wow, that'd be cool to be in
Yeah.
that one day." You know what I mean? Because as a kid, I never saw the Knicks in the lottery. It'd be like the mid '90s, late '90s, and it was just like, okay, well, that's kind of cool.
It's great.
You know? Like,
I've seen it. Well, I mean,
yeah.
you've probably seen it more than me.
I've seen it a lot, and I haven't seen the Knicks move up one slot ever in my life. I mean, Ewing was, whatever.
Ewing, what were their odds when they got Ewing? What were they supposed to
I don't
be?
know. It was all fake. They won. They fixed that lottery.
That one was fixed.
The frozen envelope.
Well,
Like, the whole
last,
thing.
last year
Yeah.
was before the Celtics Knicks game.
Oh, it was? It was before, but it was during the week on like during the like night.
Tuesday.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a Tuesday night.
And the Nick the
That's the
Nick
game
one.
Tatum got hurt.
The 2019 one was at night because I remember it was like there was like big parties everywhere about the lottery, the draw. You know what I mean? It was so like, I don't know. And that was
I
like
don't
the
know, maybe
famous the Deezus and Mero show when they had Jadakiss with them, with the lottery was going on, and I think I don't know if Fat Joe was there too, but it was Jadakiss was there. And they're all sitting there like, look at Zion with his like cut in his hair, and they're all psyched for Zion. And then when they got the third pick, Jadakiss is like, they just effed the whole NBA up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not put this guy in New York? You know what I mean? And whatever. It actually
Yeah,
worked out for the
Zion's
Knicks the best.
been-
No,
it did. I mean, Zion's
Ar-
been okay. He had a decent. He was had actually a better
But
year.
RJ and
But
quickly turned into OG Anunoby. Would you rather have OG Anunoby or Zion Williamson? I don't know.
I
mean,
think definitely you would rather have OG.
yeah. Zion's an incredible talent still, and he still can put it together and have a really good career. But
It's
it is
for
what
the
it is.
Knicks, you rather have OG. If
Right
you're
now,
like
yes.
the Nets, you rather have Zion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Mitch Robinson on the Knicks works. Mitch Robinson anywhere else, no one's ever
Right.
heard of him
Right.
because he can't do anything. But
But he
has
can do a
skill
lot. He
set-
can't do a lot of
he has
things. He doesn't have a lot
he
of
has
different
skill
skills.
set that works for a team that's going for it.
He's a Nick legend. He could have his number in the rafters. Probably won't, but could. He's like really a Nick
can't even-
legend. Longest tenure Nick. Been here since the terrible time to
I
now.
don't know about number in the
Affects the
rafters, but a
games
lot.
like in a way. He talks the talk. He's the guy. Like he's our guy. Like he's our guy. Like, and
but
he
not in the
literally
rafters.
doesn't give a fuck. Like, that's what I love about him the most. He posts that the Dyson Daniels thing. He gets in the fight. He posts that thing with the video, which I can't say the word. And then like he gets fined an extra. So they both get fined $25,000 for the fight, but he gets fined an extra $25,000 for the Instagram post. And what does he do the next day? He puts out another one that like dares the NBA to fine him again, and they don't, of course. And then at the press conference, they're like, why did you? As we saw you post another one, et cetera, et cetera. And he was like. He's like, why did you listen to what they were saying? He's like, yeah, I mean, they told me something, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like I don't give a shit. Like, fuck
No,
you,
he
man.
doesn't care. But I don't know about the rafters. So don't give me that.
Maybe he'll be one of those celebrity row Nick fans forever. Like he'll be
Yeah,
there.
he'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he'll be
yeah.
sitting with James Dolan when he's 106, talking about that time they made it to the Eastern Conference
41
Finals.
fucking points. Yeah, that's what Dolan's. But I don't know, man.
So,
I'm hyped. It's
yep, I
good.
get it.
We're here. The Knicks are rolling. We're doing our thing, and I picked Knicks in 5 in this series, and I'm sticking to it. I think the Knicks have like maybe like it's almost like the Hawks series to me. Like I said it before the game, also on Twitter. You don't see any of my tweets now, so I can tell you them that the Knicks probably have 7 of the
I have
10
no
best
idea what
players.
you're doing. I
Knicks
can
have,
guess what you're tweeting.
what am I tweeting?
Um,
Let's hear it. This is a good segment. Let's see.
uh,
Guess what Alex is tweeting.
Probably. Well, I have an educated guess on one of them based on what you said earlier.
Well, just yeah. What was
You
that?
made a CJ McCollum note.
I did.
So
That
I
I
bet
did
you
recently.
tweeted that.
Yes. That's where I get
Okay.
the
So I got to
it's like
think.
my notes.
So you were bringing up the Sixer fans. So there was probably something there about Philly fans.
So Sixers, let's just talk about that really quick.
Did I get it right?
You did. And then the other thing was I said I think 7 of the 10 best players in the series are not 7 in a row, obviously, but I think the Knicks have 7 of the top 10 players in the series. And I put Deuce over Paul George. Because I think Paul George is a shell of himself. I think he can have great instant moments where he's going to hit a three, do a crossover, do one little move, and he's going to hit a shot, and you'll be like, whoa, there's Paul George.
Yeah,
But
I
then he's
don't
going
know
to
about-
disappear.
I
You know
don't know
what I'm
about
saying?
that. I mean, that
So,
would be. I think
I think
he's
Deuce
a nice
McBride
player.
can start for half the teams in the NBA. I think that he's that good.
Well, he would
I think.
probably take 40 shots a game if he did.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he would do in that situation, but I think he's that good.
I think to shoot.
I think that the Knicks. I
don't know
we don't
about
have to talk
that
about
one,
next. I don't want to go into next year. I was going to talk about next year, but I don't care about that.
Well, I mean, when they lose this in 6, it'll be cool.
I was gonna say, Jordan Clarkson's on a 1-year deal. DOR will take a spot if they don't lose him in free agency, and Deuce McBride is probably whatever.
Now, what did you want to say about the Sixers?
So the Sixers are blocking New Yorkers or anybody outside of the greater Philadelphia area and certain zip codes from buying tickets face value
Yeah,
for the games 3, 4, and 6, which I won't get to 6. And I think that's fucked up. I think that's like ridiculous, and I think it's kind of soft. It just shows that Philadelphia is an overrated sports city. I think it shows that Knicks fans are completely in their head. I think that it shows that when Joel Embiid at the post-game press conference from just beating the Celtics in 7 games, and you're this emotional series, you come back from 3-1, you come back from the appendectomy, you're here, you're doing it, and then the first thing you say maybe not the first thing, but one of the things you say in your first press conference after the game is that Sixers fans, I hope you buy tickets to the game because we don't want the Knicks fans coming in invading our arena and like the last time they were here. Except it's just like, oh my God, Knicks won this series. That's what I thought when I heard that. The Knicks they're worried about the Knicks fans, just like the Hawks worried about the Knicks fans. It just shows how powerful Knicks fans are. I know that pisses you off, but it's true. It's just so true that we are in the heads of the players. Like the fans are in the heads of the players where they're not focusing on the game as much as they should be because they're worried about everything else besides basketball. When the Knicks are just worried about ball, and that's it. Your thoughts?
I don't got much. I mean, I don't.
You don't have an
I
opinion?
don't care for them. So
So fuck off.
I don't know why the Sixer fans. I'll take this route on it. I really don't want to have a conversation about Knicks and their fans, whatever. I don't know why Sixer fans have been. Well, I mean, I've talked about it in the past that the team's just always been underachieving.
Yeah.
Because you go to a Phillies game, a Flyers game, or an Eagles game, they show up. There's something about this Sixers team they have not liked. I'll be very interested to see what the turnout is in Game 3. Yeah, I think it's more of an indictment on them than it is anything on. I mean, a combination. The Nick fans excited and they're doing well, so I get, and it's a close drive, so I get that. I'm happy the Sixers are doing what they're doing. I could understand if I was a Knick fan if I would be pissed, but I'm not one, so I really don't care what they think. I'm glad they're doing it so that they can keep their fans in there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if the Sixers win game, like let's play hypothetical games. The Sixers win game two, I think there'll be a good amount of Sixers fans at the game, at game three.
Yeah,
If the Knicks win game two, even if it's close, I think that there'll be a lot of Knicks fans in there from like out for blood for game three and four.
sure.
If the Knicks blow the Sixers out again in game two, I think it's going to be mostly Knicks fans at both game three and four. I think the Sixers fans are going to be like, all right,
I don't know
that's
about
fun.
that. I mean,
That was it. It was a great season.
yeah.
We beat the Celtics. We finally beat them. I mean, Spike Eskin even said it on one of. I saw it come up on X, and he said like, I have to find it. He was like, I'm just. I don't even care what happens in the series. I'm just so happy we finally beat the Celtics. I mean,
No,
that's
he
his
doesn't
way.
mean that.
It's
That's
his
his
bullshit
way.
spin of like
That's
coping
his
before it
way.
happens.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's not
Yeah.
true. That's
It's
a
bullshit.
lie.
Yeah,
That's a lie.
I
That is a
agree.
lie. It's somebody that is psychologically dealing with wins and losses his entire life.
Right.
Saying something like that is just giving yourself grace so that when you do lose, you can
Right.
protect yourself. That is
Right.
that is false. Anybody that is competitive and cares and wants to win is never happy. And I can promise you, get into Spike's head. He worked in New York for X amount of years.
Yeah.
He probably hates the Knick fans more than me. So there's no way that's true. There's
I
just
agree.
no way. And I'm not on Twitter, so I don't have any context to what's around it or the videos before or after it. So maybe it's all part of some elaborate troll job. I don't know. But there's no way that anybody would think that. I'm
No, I know.
sorry.
I know. It's kind of like, the Tommy Lou Gower shit where you don't take anybody, it's like WWE sports talk radio. It's just like, I can't listen to you.
I respect Spike a lot. I actually think he has really
No,
good
I
teams,
do
but
too.
I think
He's
he's lying.
smart. He knows what he's doing.
I think
You know,
yes, I think that's the best way to put it. That he
Yeah.
is,
But he
he's
doesn't
playing
have, but there's no
chess.
credibility. But there's no credibility.
Well,
It's
he's playing
shameless.
chess while everybody else is playing checkers. It's kind of
That is
what's
fair.
happening there.
Yes. But if people don't know, Spike is a Philadelphia sports talk host that used to run WFAN in New York.
Yeah. So how
just in
could he
case.
not? Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course he wants to beat. Of course he wants to beat the Knicks. Come on, man. That's crazy. The Knicks I think if you're a Sixer fan though, like if I was a Philly fan, I'd just be like I said before, you gotta move on. See what happens. You do that in game two, you're like, okay, this is a problem.
But
But you have to have that mindset after a battle. You have to.
yeah.
Just like you had after that game three loss to the Hawks. Move on. We made a comeback. We got to come back and win game four, and then everything changed, and that's what they did. So I'm just saying that's what Philly has to have that kind of that mentality.
Yeah, they have
to
no
go in there.
choice. They have no
I mean,
choice.
Alex, we've been doing this now for a couple of years, and I've seen the Knicks losses in the playoffs. I've seen the Knicks wins. So you just keep it moving, man.
Yeah, you're the
Like,
good luck charm
God
for the
bless.
Knicks, Mike. Doing this podcast is like the good luck charm for the Knicks. 'Cause ever since we started this
Maybe I
podcast,
should
the Knicks have been
stop-
winning.
you're gonna get another. You get another host next week.
Knicks
gotta
get
get a
the
Knicks
sixth
fan in
pick,
here.
and the Knicks sweep the Sixers. You want to go Monday morning? You want to record?
No, you might not get me to do it. That might be a lot.
So what's the lowest the Nets can pick though officially? Because they got the
so-
the worst odds, right? So
Eighth.
they have the worst odds, right? So the
Well,
worst,
they can officially go down to 8.
right. But they finished first in the lottery, right? Like they have the worst.
Well, the top 4 teams
have
yeah.
the same. Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
what
the
is it
top
called?
four
Hang
teams
on,
have the
I'm gonna
same
look it up.
odds. Is that what you're saying? The top four teams have the same
Yeah,
odds.
but what
Yeah,
happens
okay.
is this is going to change. And I
No, I
only
know,
know
but
this
for
from the
this
last
year,
2 years.
let's just for this year. What is it? So
You
what's the
know,
deal for this
the
year?
Nets are one of the excuse me, one of the 4 worst teams have the top 3 teams, excuse me, have a 14% chance to win the lottery and then a 52% chance to land in the top 4. So, basically 50% to be in the top 4, 14 I mean they don't really have good odds. Like that's the thing about the lottery is
Why are you
the
tanking?
league
Yeah.
well, the league changed it so to try to avoid these teams
Right.
tanking because like I just did a mock one and they got I don't know my
So the lowest
got
the Nets can
fifth.
pick is eighth. After all that, if they pick eighth, holy
well they can
shit.
go down or is it 7th?
I thought it was like
One of
sixth
the
or
two.
fifth. I didn't know it was
No,
like
no,
the eighth.
they can really tank down.
Oh my god. That
No,
would
it's 4 spots. It's 4 spots down. So they can go
okay.
to 7.
7. Okay,
3
that's still
knows.
pretty bad.
They
After
could go
what
to
they went through.
7. They could go. They could go anywhere. See, that's what. Well, that's why people were like, they want the 1 seed because at least you can't fall out of 5. So
Right.
you might not win. You cannot go past
But still,
5.
5 is not great after the fucking
No,
terrible season that you have. It's just
no,
like,
it's even worse.
yeah,
Almost depressing.
you might as well, like, yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
it's a true.
Just throw money at stars,
It's a
and just
lottery.
try to like get some guys to come in. I mean, I don't know.
But if if luck hits them on Sunday, I'll be in a good mood.
But
I mean, if they
Nets
win the
get the
lottery
7th
on
pick and the
Sunday,
Knicks sweep the Sixers. I think it'll be tough to get you because we're going to record Monday morning.
that'll
I
be
think
tough.
it's going to be tough for you.
I mean,
You'll
I'll
do
just
it
keep
because you're a
doing it. Like
professional.
I'm battered.
You're a
I'm
professional.
battered. Like
Yeah.
I, I'm trying my best, but it's like at some point,
Yeah.
what else can I do?
No, I
What
get
else
it.
can I say? At some point, you're just gonna have to get a Knicks fan in here so you guys can like celebrate together.
What more can I
There's only so much.
say?
There's only so much. Like
Yeah.
hopefully the Knicks blow the series, and I can put Usher in your mouth, like and play him for
Put
let it
Usher in my
burn or
mouth.
something.
I'm good.
Play let it burn for a while.
Yeah.
Like what else? I got to just hope for that.
Yeah. No, I know. I
I
know.
mean, you've had for this podcast, you've had much more success as a fan than I have.
Yeah. It didn't
mean,
start off the first 2 years wasn't that way because the first year we started doing this podcast was the COVID. It was the Knicks 4 seed championship when they lost to the Hawks, and the Nets went to the second round, right?
that was actually
That
well,
was
we
the first
started a
year.
little bit
We
during
started in
the
COVID
bubble
during COVID.
playoffs.
Yeah, we started during COVID.
So, but yeah, the true year. I mean, there's
Oh,
only
yeah, because
one
they
really
finished the
good year.
bubble bullshit. Yeah, no, that
There's
doesn't.
only really one good year. I mean,
Yeah.
the second year they lost to the Celtics in
But there was
4.
juice. There was juice there with the Nets. There was a lot of juice.
There's
Yeah,
been no. They need some.
they need a shot in the
It's hard to
ass.
get juice
Yeah,
when you're trying to lose.
right, right.
You know,
As much as the Wizards, I mock them for trading for Trey Young and Anthony Davis and sitting them down. At least they have those chips now that they can trick the fans into getting excited next season. You know what I mean? Like you got a starting lineup of Trey Young, Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr, and who's the other rookie they had last? The young guy that they have that's good. I forgot the
Trey
guard.
Johnson.
Trey Johnson. There's another one though. I think Count something. Is that the guy?
Yeah, but also too, if they
Whatever,
win the
and then have a
lottery,
rookie going in there that's a top 3-4 pick, and then you can trick fans to show up at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got a team. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make the play because they could make the playoffs. I mean, if Anthony Davis stays healthy, which is like an oxymoron, but if Trey Young is there, I mean, he's okay, and like you have veterans that these young kids looked up to and had posters of them on their
those
walls.
guys just
You know
that
what I'm
would
saying?
that team. Like, I'd rather be the Hawks who have a lottery chance.
Right.
They win the first pick, and
Yes.
now you add to that young core. You're like, all right.
Yeah, a team that actually made the playoffs. Now I get it. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
but with
Yeah.
but with guys that are young and athletic and going to develop and get better. I
Let
think
me
we
ask you
know
something,
what
actually.
Anthony Davis is at this point. I don't.
Yeah.
I
Who
it's
knows?
fool's gold.
Yeah. My question for you that since you're not on Twitter, this is good. What do you do? You think the Hawks, by getting blown out the way they did in the last 3 games, and especially the last game, because the other 2 games were regular blowouts, but by getting blown out in historic fashion in that last game, do you think it spoils their fun run to the end of the regular season and even winning, game 2 and 3 and being up 2-1?
I'm
You know,
happy to answer the question, but why does me not being on Twitter make it
because I feel like you haven't seen that question or that discussion.
Gotcha.
Maybe you have,
I
but
probably
like you haven't
missed a
seen all.
lot. I probably missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But
But I'm just curious because that's just been it's a talking point, but it's not something that gets on like ESPN or like WFAN because who gives a shit about the Hawks? You know what I mean? Like it's one of those
I have
things.
I have to put myself in a Hawks fan's shoes, and I'd probably
Yeah.
be like, man, that was really shitty. That sucked. But hey, we have a foundation here that we're building. But I think it would take away from it a little bit. Like, we were up fucking 2-1 on the Knicks, and then we lost like that. Like, I'd be pretty shitty. But I think then you sit and go, you know what? Where we have the Pelicans draft pick, or Nets not 12 will tell me it's
Yeah,
some
Jalen
other route.
Johnson, right?
It's
Yeah.
going routed somewhere else. They give a foundation. The Hawks have a future.
Okay. So you would still. I mean, right now probably Hawks fans are still down, but you give them like a month or
over it.
two, and maybe they get some luck on Sunday, and they'll be back into the
Yeah, I mean, they
excitement.
were like 18 and 22 or whatever. They were, and then
Yeah.
they went on a great run to make it to the 6th seed. They're up 2-1 versus the Knicks. All in all, it was a good season for them. And I'm telling you, like, having the possibility to win the lottery, like if they win the lottery, That's everything.
Well, they
I
just
mean,
won the lottery. Can they win the lottery again? I mean, they got the worst
that
first pick in
I
the
mean
draft since like
that was
Olukandi.
that
But
was that
yeah,
was awful. I mean, that
yeah,
guy didn't even play.
yeah.
He played a little bit in game one or
He got
something, and
benched
then
because he was terrible.
he just couldn't be out there.
Yeah.
You just never know. I mean, that was
Yeah, I
such a
mean, even
bad
if they took
draft.
Alex Sarr, I mean, that would be better because he's a player. Like, I'm
Yeah,
saying,
he
he's not.
looks like he's developing.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't think he wanted the. It was something like he didn't want the Hawks. I don't know, but who cares?
All right. Well, we can do
Yes,
one lottery share,
one lottery
one,
sim. Everyone knows the rules,
and I will.
and then we'll call it.
Yeah.
Call it a show.
Yeah.
Knicks in 5. That's what I have to say.
This is just torture. This is just torture. All right. I don't have my mouse, so I don't think I can get down in time.
That's
My
it.
mouse is not
That's all right. Just do
moving.
it. Who
That's
cares?
it.
Ugh, Nets fall to 5. No lottery sim. I got to do it again. Oh, number
Ah,
one pick. There you go, Nets. So
yeah.
Mike's first sim, Nets fall to 5. Second sim, they're
Ooh,
one.
back to
Third sim,
back.
number one again. Okay, see, and now they fall to 6.
That's for
Isn't
what
this
I'm gonna
fun?
do. Yeah, I
Now they're
mean,
at 3.
yeah. See,
Okay,
there's
I think
7.
this is how you can make yourself crazy, Mike. You're like, oh, imagine.
Yeah, I actually don't do this that much, but it is true. Like if they win,
But where are the
or
Hawks? What's their Hawk? Oh, there it goes. If they gets in the top, whatever, then they get the pick or something.
yeah, I don't know. I don't
Well,
know
reset.
how
What
it
does it
goes.
say if you reset? So the Hawks get New Orleans pick if it's in this, I guess the top 7.
Must be the top 7. Let's see if it falls. See if I can get to fall out of 7. Damn it! This is exciting. If you're listening on the audio side of the
Oh,
fence,
there you go. Scroll down. Scroll down.
yeah.
No, still have it.
No.
So maybe this,
All
maybe
right,
just have
whatever.
it. Top 10, whatever it is. Who cares? Fuck the Hawks. That's all I have to say.
How do I
Fuck them.
stop sharing?
Fuck them all.
But yeah, no, I'm to
Let's go
answer your
Knicks.
question,
Knicks in
to
5.
answer your question, yeah, I'm excited and nervous. You want to interview me about what it's like?
What is your? Let me ask you a question. Another question. What is the Knicks? What is your prediction for the Knicks series right now? Now they're up 1-0. What do you think?
Knicks in 3.
Knicks in 3. Okay. No, but seriously,
Probably,
what is it?
it feels like Knicks in 6, but like Knicks in 5.
Yeah.
Probably Knicks in 5.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they
after
probably
watching
steal
that,
game 3.
but
Yeah.
I just hope it changes. I'm just
Well,
hopeful.
a lot can change fast, and I said this when the Knicks were down 2-1. Like it feels hopeless right now, and I said this on Twitter. Another thing I
Yeah.
said on Twitter you didn't see.
Exactly.
That it feels hopeless now, but one big win and your whole fucking world changes in the playoffs. It's just
That's
like
true.
now you're 2-2 after a blowout, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, we just took our foot off
Yes.
the gas,
Yes.
Like
like it was said, things change fast. And sometimes they don't. Sixers
Yes.
win game 2, the narrative shifts.
does
So
it does.
if they lose game 2, the parade is back on.
What do you think miserable Knicks fans were thinking throughout this series and the last 4 games? Because they were miserable all year, saying this team isn't good enough. They're showing like they lost to the Hornets, they lost to the
I
Kings,
mean, I would
they
hope
lost to
they're
Kings.
happy.
I would think they're happy, but there's got to be a piece of them that's a little upset, like just a little
No.
piece, because they look
hope
so
not.
stupid. You know what I mean?
hope
For being
not.
so upset. There's no playoff switch. The Knicks can't turn it on. They lost game 2 or whatever. That shows they can't win a championship, and then they fucking steamroll. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
I
I mean, I'd hope you'd want. I mean, I'd hope they.
if they're real Knicks fans, they're okay with being wrong, sure.
Yeah,
but
if
some of
they're
them are
real-
just like
if they're real. Then they're not real
actors.
Knicks fans.
Yeah, exactly. Then they're not
Which
fans.
is to my point of, it's a lot of posers, and they're
There
not
are.
all real.
There
So, like you
Well,
said,
I'm
you
real,
got the
Mike.
mainstream team. It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't go that route because I actually have a soul.
We also lived in New Jersey, so it's a little different.
True, but there were Nick fans in New Jersey.
There are.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a few, oh, man, there's one Nick fan from New Jersey on Instagram. He has a food blog, and this guy drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. I had to unfollow his food blog. Couldn't take it. Your pizza
Where I take
reviews
my son
suck.
to school at the local JCC, where he goes to daycare, it's like a school, but it's like a full-on school. There are a lot of Knicks kids wearing Knicks jerseys and Knicks shirts, the Brunson number jerseys. Like,
they've been-
there's a
they're
lot, like a lot. I'm on Long Island now, and it's like I was telling my wife Hannah this recently. I was like, I bet you if we were here 6-7 years ago, there wouldn't be any Knicks shirts. There'd be a few, whatever here and
No,
there, but like when they're awesome, people want to show them off. Like, I'm a Mets fan. I'm wearing a Mets shirt right now just by, laundry day kind of a situation. But, like, you don't see a lot of Mets stuff. They
No, there is a
stink.
front runner mentality
Yeah. Well,
to
it's not,
these
I don't know if it's
fans.
front runner. It's more of like, they're great. I want to show them off. I want to be like,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
think
so proud of the team right now. That's how I feel. When their team is good, I want to
that's
wear it more with pride. You know what I'm
not a
saying? Like, it's
Knicks
like,
thing. That's a sports thing.
right.
That's
Right.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like
That's fair.
when the Pirates start winning games, there's I was like I think outside of New York, fans
Yeah.
are better in a lot of ways and always represent. I think there's some front runnerness in New York. I think it's easy when they're losing
Yeah.
to not wear your shit.
It
And
is.
when they're winning, yeah, I would agree with you. I think 10 years ago, there wasn't as many kids in Knicks stuff. Now they're winning, and there is.
Right.
When the Nets had KD and Kyrie, there was more net stuff.
Well, that's when the
There's
Knicks
less
were
now.
yeah, when the Knicks were so bad for the 2000s and like embarrassing with the even off the court. Like there were not like they lost a whole generation of fans. The 90s Knicks, those fans were like so strong and like they had such a stranglehold on New York that you really could have like been at the Yankee level if they stayed good or just competitive
Yep.
through the 2000s, but they blew it. You know what I mean? And then the mellow years were just a flash in the pan. It gave you a little taste for a generation. So at least they built up some fans that are now in their 20s now because they had that little taste for those
Man.
3 years. And now this is like the 90s all over again. And like the young kids are growing up with the Knicks awesome. And they're gonna be it's just gonna invade more, and it's like it's your worst nightmare. That's all it
It
is.
is what it is, man. What are you gonna do? You're.
Yeah,
It's all good.
but anyway,
I kid when I say this stuff. Like
I
I don't
know.
like Nick fans. Not. I do like Nick
In the
fans.
general
Just
sense, yeah,
what do you know? I'm just kidding around. Like I really don't care.
it's not real. It's sports. Yeah,
It's not real. Trust me. There's some good people that are Knicks fans. There's some bad people that are Knicks fans.
thank you.
There's some
Which one
good
am I?
people that
Am I good or bad people? That's the next thing.
tonight bad. No, I just but I like
Big butts and I cannot
there's
lie.
there's
Sorry.
childhood trauma
Yeah,
that Nick jerseys signal to me that is deeper
yeah,
than anything that truly has to do with the Knicks. And it is something else deep rooted inside of me that I'm dealing with. It has nothing to really do with that. It's something else.
right.
If you made it to this far in the podcast, you can get the psychological breakdown. I mean, that's
God
the truth
bless
of it.
you. I
That's
love
the
you.
truth
If
of
you
it. There's
did.
something deeper to it there.
Corey did.
Like
Corey Cantor.
And I think that goes true with
I
a
love
lot
him.
of net
No.
fans. Like true net fans really hate the Knicks.
Yeah,
They
I agree.
hate it
I agree.
because they're little brother, so it's understandable. And like truly little brother, you have people like Joe Beningo go on the radio and be like, "This is really just a one team Like when you hear things like that, it's accurate. And there's some truth.
It's
to
gotta
what he's
hurt. I mean,
saying.
I believe it. It's gotta
It
hurt.
hurts. It hurts to hear it, right? When you hear things and
Well, I
that
get
you're
it.
part of that minority of the 10% of net fans of the night, out of the 100%, it's annoying, and
Yeah.
you have to be around it. You have to see it. So that's why when Kyrie and KD did pick the Nets, it was a good moment. I mean, it was a moment to go fuck yourself. There's a new kid in town, right? And
Yeah.
whatever.
No, I get it, man. As a Jets, I'm a Jets and a Mets fan, so I
But it's
totally
even
get where you're
different.
coming
It's
from.
even different. It's even more different.
It's even worse.
You
But
know
I'm
that.
saying I get the mentality, like the Jets, especially like they're not even in their own stadium. Like, you know what I mean? They don't even know. Still to this day, it's still giant. It feels like giant
There's a ton
stadium
of
still.
Jet fans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It takes a
There
while
are a lot of
too,
Jets
like,
fans. Yeah,
It takes a while too. Like the Nets are,
they're building.
they
Yeah.
they gotta win the.
Well, that's why they can't be down for too long because then you lose fans. Like you lose the
No, it's
younger
just-
generations. Like you
yeah,
got to
this
be
is
good.
visible, right?
You
That's why this
This is it. You can't
this
keep
is
tanking. Yeah.
but there's only so much you can do, right? There's only so much you can do, and that's why when when the Nets were really good, they went into the Garden and made noise, and the fans were like,
Yeah,
but
they're
but it's-
prideful. Yeah.
What do you think when the Nets are tanking? The Knicks fans are very good.
Yeah.
Complete opposite spectrums of levels. Like they're going to go in, and that's going to be a Knicks crowd. There is, for whatever reason, like when Met fans go to Yankee Stadium, Yankees go to Met Stadium or go to City Field, Jets, Giants, like there's an acceptance. It's like no one talks about it, but for whatever reason, like Knicks fans want to let you know that they're louder than Net fans. I
Well, they're
don't.
louder than most fans. I mean, you
I
see
don't
the other
know.
teams
They're not
complaining about
louder.
Knicks fans
Not
already in
louder,
these
but, like,
places. There's two teams
but
already.
what is it about with the Mets and Yankees when it happens? It's
I
like
don't know.
no big deal.
Nobody
But when it
cares. Yeah.
happens with the Knicks, it's like they have like there's an insecurity there with Knicks fans that they have to let you know about that. Something
I don't know.
different.
I think it's an arrogance. It's more of an arrogance than an insecurity. I think the insecurity is like a Philadelphia Sixers fan right now is insecurity, or the
Yeah,
Sixers
but the Knicks
organization
fans same
of
as the
being
Mets or
the
Yankee
little
fan. They're
brother
the same
city.
person.
Yeah,
They're
I
the
get it.
same person.
Right.
There's something I don't know. There was
It
something.
is weird. It is
I
weird
think
from
there's
that
something about. I
because
mean, the Nets
yeah.
definitely got on their nerves a little bit with Kate
Oh,
Mike. That
I'm
definitely.
one of the few Knicks fans that admitted it. I hated the Nets. I still do. I mean, I still don't love them. I feel bad at this point. It's not a hate anymore. It's more of like, it's. I don't want to say this in the nicest way possible. It's a little bit of relevance to me at this point as a fan. Like the
I
Nets
get
don't
it.
really mean anything to the Knicks at this point. It's from besides the podcast and just being in the same city. You know what I mean? But like. And it's also like in New York, it's weird because you have Nick fan who's a Yankees fan who's a Jets fan. You have a Knicks fan who's a Mets fan. And usually it was like Mets, Jets, and then Knicks were the only team in town. You know what I mean? It was Mets and Jets because the Mets and the Jets played at Shea Stadium, and the Yankees and Giants played at Yankee Stadium, and that's why the fans. And then wherever those people moved, then they made their kids fans, and they made their kids fans, and that's the general consensus. And that's why it's weird when people like you are just like Mets and Giants fans. It's just weird. But like and that becomes weird. But like that is what your theory is that there are fans that are you're a Nets fan and you're a Knicks fan. You're a better fan as a Knicks fan, but then you become but you're also a Jets fan, and now you're the worst fan because you're not like it doesn't make any. I get what you're
Doesn't
saying.
make
Like
sense. Right.
no,
It's the
I
same
get it.
city.
Yeah, it's the same. You're the
I'll
same
be-
person.
So like, who are better fans? Steeler fans or Pirate fans?
Right. It's the same. Yeah, exactly.
The Pirates have just lost forever, so you don't know about them.
You have no yeah,
the
you have
same
no
people.
passion there anymore. Yeah, that's the
Like
thing.
they're 19 and 16, and they're fucking fired up as they should be
Yeah.
because it's been a bajillion years. Like if the Jets were 3-1, you'd be fired up.
Yeah.
It
Throw a
just makes
party.
sense.
The Jets are 3-1.
Like if the Knicks win a championship, it would be a huge deal because it's been a long time. It's pent up emotion. It's been a long. That's why I
Championship
think
blue balls.
the Mets winning a World Series would be a bigger deal than the Yankees, not because the fans are better, because it's been forever.
And they
It's
don't
been
have a lot of
40
them.
It's
Yeah.
been 40 years, and they don't have a lot of them. The Knicks don't have a lot of them. Like the Knick one would overtake the Met one. I'm okay admitting it. It would overtake a Yankee one.
Right.
Um,
But it wouldn't make you feel less happy about a championship.
It'd be pretty honestly like the Jets and the Knicks would be the two.
Yeah.
The Nets are the only team in the area that doesn't have a title.
Yeah.
They don't have. They're
They have the
only
ABA
sports
championships, which don't
team.
count, I guess.
They don't have
but,
a pro championship.
yeah. No.
Islanders, Devils, Rangers have them. Knicks, Mets,
Jets, yeah.
Giants, Jets. They're
Even the Liberty.
literally-
Liberty have a championship.
They are literally
The Red Bulls have a
only team
championship.
in New York without, and I'm including the Devils or Jersey and the Nets were Jersey.
Well, in the
because
same
all-
market, yeah. The Bills
Those are
don't
the
count.
only-
Like that's not a team.
The
in New York.
Bills no.
Yeah.
Sabres
Sabres.
no.
You have to think about the team.
Buffalo Broncos. Nets are the only. My favorite team is the only team in New York that has never won a championship.
Even Syracuse won championship. I mean, that's.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was a freshman.
All right. I think we've.
Okay, bad weather
gone
fans.
through it.
See you later.
Yeah.
We went
Let's
an
go
hour.
Knicks.
Way
Knicks in
too long.
5. Give your pick, Mike. What's your pick before you end? Quick. Go.
I don't want to.
Okay. Mike thinks Knicks in
just-
4. Okay.
See you later. I'm